What is going on, guys? TKD 123 with you, and today we're gonna bring here probably the last Infinite Warfare content, maybe, right? I'll be real, guys, like this might be the last Infinite Warfare, actual gameplay and stuff like that, a news segment or whatever you hear on this channel, right? And we are going over DLC 4, you know what I'm saying? Like we made that one video last week that was a bit, parody, a bit, just me messing around, but it was, it was genuine news. Okay, I was trying to inform you all about the DLC 4, and here on screen, right, we are going over the first map. Here it's called Heartland, and they said that this was a classic remake of Warhawk, from COD Ghost. And after playing this map, I remember what the map was, because I remember when we were reading off the descriptions and everything of this map, I did not understand or really recall or remember Warhawk from COD Ghost. But now after playing this map, I do remember. But they say that this map Heartland is supposed to be like a remaster and a reimagination and stuff like that. It looks the same. Like, to me, it looks exactly the same. Even from like the screenshots they've showed, like of old school Warhawk versus Heartland, like it looks very similar to me. So I'm not really sure where they actually changed this map. I'm sure there's some changes, but just aesthetically, even looking at the lighting and everything, it does look exactly like the same map as COD Ghost. So I don't know whether they're getting this reimagined thing going on here. I don't know, but overall, like I actually kind of enjoyed this map on COD Ghost. I remember liking it to a degree, and it plays fine here in COD Ghost. They've obviously do what they always do with these maps, where they're bringing higher walls and stuff like that to the maps that didn't have those type of movements in the game that it came on. So definitely they're doing that here as well. And overall, I thought this was definitely an okay map. I feel it works, it definitely works for Infinite Warfare and everything. So definitely feel like this is just an okay map. I'm saying that's what it is, right? But let's move on to the next map. Next up here, we're going over Depot 22. This is definitely going to be one of the more close quarters maps, and you hear me like a Dumbo. I used an assault rifle and everything. And just to preface here, these are, captured and everything. All these gameplays are captured, in local mode, because, when you get onto multiplayer on these DLCs, a lot of people are not getting these DLCs for Infinite Warfare. So it's kind of hard to find a public lobby of these maps, but here's a few that, I just got from custom games and stuff like that. But going on to Depot 22, I thought it was just an okay map, and that's kind of like the overall consistency that we'll get with this map pack. Where they're not absolutely crazy cool maps, but they are just pretty okay maps. But with this map right here, I would definitely advise that you have an SMG that is really good at mid-range or even long range if you can find one, right? So I feel like this map is definitely, there are areas where it's more lean towards AR, but I feel like for the most part, since most of the map is very, very much of tight corners, close engagement, stuff like that, I would advise you just have a really good SMG that you feel comfortable with using, at a medium to long range. Because if you run into, if you go into this map with just an SMG that is not so good at medium long range, I feel like you will definitely just have a bad game, just because, you'll be outclassed by those that, have weapons that can handle a medium range engagement or a long range engagement. So if you feel like, if you are going to go into this map with an AR, just know that you're kind of at a disadvantage because of those close quarters combat and everything. But if you have a nice SMG that somewhat's in the middle of that, where it can still perform and do good at a medium to long range, I feel like then it'll be a very, very good thing for you and all that good stuff. And this map is also really cool because there's plenty of outdoor stuff, so definitely you can use your streaks right there and make good of those streaks and ever. And overall, I feel like this map, again, like I said before, was definitely just an okay map. It wasn't the greatest map, wasn't, that groundbreaking, whatever. And all of these maps kind of do remind me of another map from a past Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, there was the first one here with Heartland being a remake of Warhawk. But, just overall, I feel like I've played these maps before in a way that feels kind of weird, especially for this DLC, because it feels like nothing was new here, which is kind of an odd feeling that, obviously here, obviously they're new maps, but they just feel kind of like I've played them before. But let's move on to the next map. Next up here, we have the map here called Carnage, which basically takes place in like a post-apocalyptic, type of area, whatever, and stuff like that. And apparently in this new description now, it says that, quote, it's a fun in the form of an interactive traps and the stylistic design fit for the next Tom Hardy movie. So I guess this is some sort of Tom Hardy tie-in? I don't know. I thought those, that was weird. But overall, talking just about the map, besides the description of her, I feel like this map definitely had a lot of personality to it. that was actually really cool. Like, for example, there, I think you guys already saw it here in the gameplay, but like there was a light post that was supposed to read something else, but it just says DIE as in die, right? And so like overall, those little touches, you know, make it feel really cool and everything, you know what I'm saying? So overall, like, you know, this map just has a nice feel to it where it just feels like it's supposed to be. Like, it feels a little bit like a post-apocalyptic. It feels like it's been run down, you know, like it feels like it's been abandoned for a while. Like overall, this map actually feels really cool. And if I were to compare this map to any other map, you know, that was in the past, I would definitely compare it to Redwood from Black Ops 3. It definitely has that feel to it, you know, with the kind of wavy and turny lanes or whatever, and then the high trees to a degree in some points of the map. It definitely does feel like you're kind of maybe somewhere in the area of Redwood, you know, in that kind of vein in California. So definitely does feel like that overall. But, you know, this map honestly was probably one of my favorites in this whole DLC pack. It's not, I don't think my favorite, but I think it's definitely up there as being one of my favorite ones to play, just because, you know, I just like the overall layout of the map. It feels cool. There's a lot of things going on as well. Like, there's a lot of things to actually pay attention to as well when you go into this map. Like, there's a lot of things, a lot of little touches here and there that just overall add to the kind of personality of this map. And overall, it's a very, very cool one. I like it, you know what I'm saying? It feels a little bit, you know, like Last of Us to a very, very loose degree. Not really, but you know what I'm saying, whatever. Like, next map. Lastly, here we are talking about the map Altitude. Now, this is supposed to take place in a high-end fashion mall that's floating at the edge of the earth, something like that, or like floating somewhere on the edge, something like that. I don't even know. But you know, this map I found really boring, right? And it was kind of you know, disheartening, just because I was hoping that this would have been like a really cool map, because it sounded really cool, it looked really cool in the screenshots, whatever. But going into the actual gameplay of it, it was kind of a bit boring to me. It just felt like a whole discombobulated map where there's not really a lot of flow to it. There's not really a lot of things that really make sense in the map overall. Just the overall, just the layout of this map just feels very weird to me. Like, I don't even know, you know, why I'm still feeling that way. Just because, like, you know, when you look at the map here on gameplay, right? Like, when you look at this, it doesn't seem that weird. Like the layout doesn't seem that totally discombobulated. But like, when you're playing it, there's just sections of the map where you feel like, oh, okay, this is gonna lead to here, but somehow it doesn't. It's just weird. I don't know. I just don't really like the overall flow of this map. And you know, this map also, again, just feels kind of boring. It feels kind of empty. There's not really a lot of, I don't know, personality, and really even, I don't know, I guess like aesthetic differences. Because like, I just feel like, again, like there's so many times in this map where like I feel like, you know, not even on this map, but like even in this overall pack, where I feel like I've already played this map before. I've already experienced it, which is kind of weird to say, again, like I said, just because you know, this is, you know, a brand new DLC, but it just feels like I've already played this before. And it feels like I played this, you know, low key, I think, on this game. I feel like this was also like another DLC I get confused with. It was Teresa, I think the name was. I think it's, yeah, I think that's the name of it. But I feel like that map is so similar to this map right here, and it's very, very confusing, very jarring. So I guess Altitude equals a little bit of a different Teresa, I guess, because they definitely feel like the same, and they both have waterfalls, they're both blue, they both have these like white futuristic type of things, there's all leaves. Like, bruh, basically this is just an I don't know what to tell you, man. But yup, on that note, that was the entire last DLC for Infinite Warfare Retribution, and of course these are available on PS4 right now, and of course it'll be a month later until Xbox One and PC just get access to these maps and everything. But you know, Infinite Warfare, right, I understand that, you know, it's been a rough year, but to the good folks, to the team at Infinity Ward, you know, developing this game and everything, and still being able to push out content regardless of all the backlash, regardless of all the hate this game got, you know what I'm saying, props to you all, man, because I understand that, you know, this game, you know, was a little bit turned out, you know, kind of, you know, on the lower end of things, but overall, you know, they still put out the 4 DLCs, that they still, you know, did their thing. So man, you know, what are you gonna say, right? So that is all I got for today. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share down below. Appreciate me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.